Welcome to the Personal Evolution Podcast. What if I told you that your thoughts are keeping you poor? Join your hosts, John and Lisa, as they explore the transformative ideas of Joe Vitale, a true mindset mentor. Subscribe and turn on notifications for insights on personal improvement, motivation, and the law of attraction. Let's dive in. Hello there, and a huge welcome back to the Dig Dive. So glad you could join us.
Hello, everyone. Great to be here.
Today, we're diving into something, well, potentially perspective shifting. We're looking at Joe Vitale.
Ah, yes. Joe Vitale. His name comes up a lot in personal growth circles, and for good reason.
Absolutely. I mean, his own story is pretty incredible, isn't it? From, well, homelessness to being this best-selling author, internet personality.
It really is. It speaks volumes about transformation, about what's possible, and his teachings, they often have this way of sparking insights.
Exactly, those aha moments. That's what we love exploring here, helping you uncover those nuggets of understanding.
And today's focus is perfect for that. We're digging into Zero Limits, the secret Hawaiian system for wealth, health, peace, and more. He co-wrote it with Dr. Ihale Kalahiu-Len.
Right, Zero Limits. And it presents this, well, let's just say unconventional approach.
That's putting it mildly. It really challenges some core assumptions.
Okay, so let's get right into it. The book starts with this story. Joe Vitale hearing about a therapist, a very unusual therapist.
Yes, Dr. Hugh-Len. The story goes, and it's quite something, that he healed an entire ward of criminally insane patients.
Okay, but here's the kicker, right? He supposedly did this without actually seeing them in the traditional sense.
Exactly. No face-to-face sessions. He reportedly worked just by reviewing their files.
Which sounds almost unbelievable at first glance. Like, how does that even work?
Well, that's the hook. And apparently Vitale himself was skeptical. The book talks about how hard it was initially to even find information on Dr. Hugh-Len or this method.
So it wasn't like some widely known technique back then.
Not at all, it seems. It was quite obscure, which probably added to the mystery surrounding it.
But he kept digging, right?
Yeah.
How did he eventually connect the dots?
The breakthrough came when he found a website, ho'oponopono.org.
Ho'oponopono.org. Okay.
And that was his entry point into this ancient Hawaiian healing system called Ho'oponopono.
Yeah.
That's what Dr. Hugh-Len was practicing.
Ho'oponopono. It's a mouthful, but intriguing. What's the core idea behind it?
Well, fundamentally, it suggests that our problems, all of them actually start as thoughts.
Thoughts, not external events.
Thoughts, yes. But specifically thoughts tied to painful memories. Memories of people, places, things. Baggage from the past, essentially.
Okay, so it's about cleaning up our internal world first.
Precisely. And a key point in the book is that just using your intellect, trying to reason your way out of these problems, it often doesn't cut it.
Because the root is deeper, subconscious maybe.
Exactly. The goal of Ho'oponopono isn't analysis, it's letting go, releasing those memories.
And Dr. Hugh-Len learned this from someone else, didn't he?
Yes, the book credits Morna Nalamaku Simeona. She's described as the creator of this modernized Ho'oponopono process.
Morna Simeona, okay.
She taught Dr. Hugh-Len, and she saw Ho'oponopono as a gift, really, a way to connect with the divine within.
Connect with the divine within.
By cleansing errors in thought, word, action. Basically, cleaning up your own internal stuff to free yourself from the past.
Freeing yourself from the past, that sounds appealing, but then there's this idea of 100% responsibility. That sounds huge.
It is. It's probably one of the most challenging concepts in the book for many people.
So what does it mean exactly? Taking responsibility for everything.
Pretty much. Everything you experience, what you see, hear, touch, taste, anything that enters your awareness. The good, the bad, the seemingly unrelated.
Wait, so if I see something bad happening on the news halfway across the world, Ho'oponopono says I'm somehow responsible for that.
That's the implication, yeah. It's a radical viewpoint.
Yeah.
Dr. Hugh-Len's perspective, as presented, is that these external problems are actually just memories replaying in your subconscious.
Memories in my subconscious causing world events. That's hard to grasp.
It is. It's not about blame, though. It's more about interconnectedness.
Yeah.
The idea is if you're experiencing it, it has something to do with your internal programming, your memories. It's not about the other person or the place itself, fundamentally.
Okay, let's bring it back to Dr. Hugh-Len in the hospital. How did this 100% responsibility work there? He took responsibility for the patient's illnesses.
In a way, yes. The book says he took responsibility by cleaning within himself. He looked at the patient files, felt whatever came up in him, disturbance, anger, fear, and he applied the Ho'oponopono cleaning process to himself.
So he wasn't doing therapy on them, he was doing it on himself in relation to them.
Exactly. He was cleaning the part of him that shared or mirrored the issues manifesting in them. And the reported result, the patient started getting better, some quite dramatically.
That is quite a story. It really hinges on that internal work.
Absolutely. Which brings us to another key element, the phrase, "I love you."
Right. It pops up constantly. Such a simple phrase, but the book gives it immense significance.
It does. But the crucial part is who you're saying it to. In Ho'oponopono, "I love you" isn't necessarily directed at the person you think is causing the problem.
Oh. Who is it for then?
It's directed towards the divine, towards your connection to source, to that inner wisdom. You're essentially saying it to cleanse the memories within yourself that are showing up as that external problem.
So if someone cuts me off in traffic and I feel angry, I say, "I love you," internally, directed at the divine, to clean the anger memory in me.
That's the idea. You're cleaning your reaction, your internal data.
Yeah.
Because their problem, in this view, is reflecting something in you. The phrase acts like a code, almost, to trigger that cleansing and healing within.
The book gives examples of this working, right? Like Vitale getting an apology email.
Yes, there are several anecdotes like that suggesting that this internal cleaning, using "I love you" and other phrases like "I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you," can have tangible external effects.
Okay, so this cleaning process, what's the ultimate goal? Where does it lead?
It leads towards what the book calls the zero state, zero limits.
Zero limits. The title. What is that state like?
It's described as a state of, well, nothingness, but in a good way. No memories, no programs running things, no limiting beliefs, just pure potential, like a blank slate.
A blank slate where anything is possible.
That's the concept. The idea is we're always operating from one of two places, either from memory, these old programs replaying, or from inspiration, divine guidance, intuition, creativity flowing through.
Okay. So cleaning clears the memories.
To make space for inspiration, to allow that guidance to come through unimpeded.
So you can act from a place of inspiration rather than just repeating old patterns.
Precisely. Dr. Hugh Len even created a symbol called Seaport as a tool for constant cleaning. C-E-E-port.
Seaport, what does that stand for?
Clean, erase while returning back to port, the zero state. It's meant to be a constant passive cleaning tool.
Interesting. Now, you mentioned inspiration versus memory. The book also talks about intention in a surprising way, doesn't it?
It does. It questions our usual understanding of setting intentions.
How so? We're often told setting clear intentions is key.
Right. But the book suggests that maybe our conscious intentions aren't the real drivers we think they are.
What does it mean then?
It proposes that maybe when we state an intention, we're just kind of verbalizing an impulse or a program that's already running in the subconscious. We think we're creating it, but maybe we're just noticing it.
So the feeling of control through intention might be less real than we assume.
That's the provocative idea. It contrasts this with inspiration. It suggests real transformation happens not when we force an intention, but when we get quiet, clean, and allow inspiration to guide us.
And then act on that inspiration.
Exactly. Give in to the inspiration. The book even mentions Rhonda Byrne and The Secret as possibly tapping into inspiration rather than just sheer willpower or intention.
That's a subtle but significant distinction. Less forcing, more allowing.
Very much so. It ties back to that idea of clearing the way for something beyond the conscious mind to operate.
Does the book offer much proof or evidence for all this working, beyond the anecdotes?
Well, proof is maybe a strong word in this context. It relies heavily on anecdotes and testimonials, stories of unexpected positive outcomes in lawsuits, events running smoothly, personal situations resolving.
Right. The kind of things that are hard to measure scientifically, but people report them.
Exactly. And the focus is always on cleaning the internal experience. If you feel anger about a situation, you clean the anger in you, not try to change the external situation directly.
There was that story about the NASA engineer, too, wasn't there? Something about a rocket.
Yes, the rocket story.
Yeah.
It's quite famous in Ho'oponopono circles. Apparently, a rocket was malfunctioning, and the engineer asked Dr. Hugh Len for help. Dr. Hugh Len cleaned on it.
Cleaned on a rock?
Cleaned on his experience of the rocket's problem, the data within him related to it. And supposedly, the rocket corrected itself.
Wow. Okay, whether you take that literally or metaphorically, it certainly illustrates the principle.
It does. It pushes the boundary of that 100% responsibility idea to its extreme, you could say.
This whole deep dive has been fascinating. Zero Limits really offers a different way of looking at things, taking that radical responsibility.
And using simple phrases like, I love you, not as sentimentality, but as a profound tool for internal cleansing.
It's definitely food for thought. It challenges you to consider your role in everything you experience.
Absolutely. And for you, our listener, it's an invitation to maybe explore this perspective. See if this Hawaiian system resonates with your own path of growth and understanding.
Does it mean letting go of trying to control everything externally?
That seems to be a big part of it. Shifting the focus inward, trusting that cleaning the inner landscape is the most powerful action you can take.
Well, this has been truly thought-provoking. Thank you for breaking it down with us.
My pleasure. It's a deep topic with many layers.
And thank you, as always, for joining us on the deep dive. We hope this look at Joe Vitale and Ho'oponopono has sparked some curiosity, maybe even an aha moment or two.
Indeed. Mull it over, see what lands for you. Exploring these different frameworks is part of the journey.
Absolutely. So until next time we dive deep into another fascinating area, keep asking questions, keep exploring, and stay open to those insights. Farewell for now.
Take care, everyone, and keep diving.
Thank you for tuning in to the Personal Evolution Podcast. We'd love to hear your thoughts on today's episode. Please leave a comment and share your insights. If you enjoyed this discussion, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more inspiring content. Until next time, keep evolving.